Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israel has further intensified its offensive campaign against the Islamist Hamas terror organization in the Gaza Strip. The Houthi-dominated Iranian proxy Ansar Allah declares that it is ready to face the United States in open war. The U.S. acknowledges that while attacks on maritime shipping in the Red Sea is executed by the so-called Houthis, Iran is the facilitating actor behind those hostilities. The IDF struck over 300 targets in the Gaza Strip over the course of the past 24 hours alone. The seemingly increase of intensity coincides with a statement by Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, who asserted that operational activity would be expanded to other areas of Gaza. According to IDF spokesman Rear Admiral Daniel Agari, in line with the defense minister's statement, highlighted that the IDF is doubling down on efforts to eradicate Hamas strongholds throughout the terror-infested Gaza Strip.
אנחנו מעמיקים את הלחימה במרכזי הכובד של חמאס. לוחמינו נלחמים מעל ומתחת לקרקע. מתחילת הפעולה הקרקעית ברצועת עזה איתרו כוחות צה"ל כ-1,500 פירים ותוואי מנהרות של חמאס. צריך להסביר שהאיתור הזה של התת קרקע הוא אחד הגורמים המרכזיים לניהול הטרור של חמאס. פירוק מרכז הכובד של התת קרקע מחמאס בצפון, במרכז, בדרום, הוא נדבך משמעותי בפירוק חמאס, וזה לוקח זמן וכוחותינו פועלים בשביל לעשות את זה.
In parallel to the increased intensity of aerial and artillery operations, the IDF has also implemented new tactics in subterranean warfare, which has proven successful. Moreover, in the southern Gaza Strip and the terror stronghold of Han Yunis, the IDF 98th Division has also been ordered to intensify and further deepen its operations. To that end, an additional engineering brigade has been deployed to the hostile territory.
בדרום עזה, במרחב ח'אן יונס, אנחנו מאבים את הפעולה שלנו ומעמיקים אותה. הוספנו חטיבה שלמה וכוחות נוספים לפעילות במרחב, כוחות הנדסיים בשביל לשפר את הפעילות ההנדסית שלנו במרחב. אנחנו מאבים כוחות במרכזי הכובד של ח'אן יונס לפירוק חמאס, ונמשיך לעשות את זה בנחישות בכל מקום אליו נידרש. זאת מטרת המלחמה, נדרש לפרק את חמאס, וזה ייקח זמן ככל שידרש.
It is important to know that while Israel is ratcheting up its operational activities regarding the eradication of Hamas terror infrastructure, including its military and governing capabilities throughout the Gaza Strip, the IDF is simultaneously investing heavily in rescuing the 129 hostages who remain in Hamas captivity since their abduction some 75 days ago.
השבת חטופים היא אחת ממטרות המלחמה. היא מטרת מלחמה מרכזית. צה"ל משקיע כוחות מיוחדים ומודיעין באיתור חטופים חיים. זו משימה עליונה. גם הכוחות בשטח תודרכו איך לחפש חטופים חיים. אנחנו נמשיך לעשות את כל המאמצים האפשריים כדי להשיב את כלל החטופות והחטופים אשר מוחזקים בעזה. את כל המאמצים האפשריים. אנחנו מחבקים את משפחות החטופים וממשיכים ללוותן.
It is important to know that senior officials in Jerusalem have highlighted the need for the United States to intensify their pressure on both Qatar and Egypt to put in turn pressure on Hamas to enable a new pause that could include humanitarian pause of 1 week in exchange for a few dozen Israeli hostages. Moreover, Jerusalem's demand is unwavering. Women who are still being held captive must be released. Another group at the center of these negotiations is chronically ill and seriously wounded hostages. Meanwhile, similar to the intensifying battles in the Gaza Strip, an upward trajectory in cross-border hostilities has been recorded along Israel's northern front, primarily vis-à-vis the Iranian proxy Hezbollah, which is evidently closely coordinating its every move with Hamas.
כוחות צה"ל באוויר וביבשה תקפו לאורך היום שורת מטרות טרור של חיזבאללה בלבנון. בהן תשתיות טרור, מבנים צבאיים, מחסן אמצעי לחימה ועמדת שיגור של חיזבאללה. בנוסף תקפנו חוליית מחבלים במרחב חניתה והרגנו מספר מחבלי חיזבאללה במהלך היום. נמשיך לתקוף כל חוליה שתנסה או שתירה לעבר שטחנו. לאורך היום כוחותינו השיבו אש למקורות הירי, מהם נורו מספר שיגורים לעבר שטח הארץ, בתוכם גם כלי טייס מאוישים. תיקון, כלי טייס בלתי מאוישים של חיזבאללה. בין השיגורים בוצע נגדנו גם ירי מלבנון. ירי מלבנון שחמאס לקח עליו אחריות. ואנחנו הגבנו באש לעבר מקורות הירי. חיזבאללה ממשיך לפעול כמגן חמאס דאעש, ומסכן בכך את מדינת לבנון ואזרחיה. אני חוזר על זה. חיזבאללה ממשיך לפעול כמגן חמאס דאעש, ומסכן בכך את מדינת לבנון ואזרחיה.
It is important to highlight that the Iranian foreign minister, namely Hassan Amir Abdullahian, met with Hamas political leader Ismail Haniyeh in Qatar today, during the course of which the two discussed their common efforts to confront Israel, highlighting once more Tehran's significant role in all that has occurred since the brutal Hamas-executed massacre of October 7th. Meanwhile, the Iranian proxy in Yemen, namely the Houthi-dominated Ansar Allah, pledged to double down on their attacks against international shipping in the Red Sea and declared that they are ready to face the United States in open war. This announcement, which preceded two separate attacks against civilian vessels in the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, came as an evident response to the US-led decision to launch Operation Prosperity Guardian.
Bottom line is, these attacks have to stop. They need to stop. They're unacceptable. The United States, our allies and our partners, will do what we have to do to counter these threats and to protect these ships. There's going to be a whole lot of hardware in the Red Sea now, naval hardware, not just from the United States, but other ships from other nations, to counter these threats. So let's see where it goes. I mean, it's up and running now. We hope it gets stronger and we're able to add additional countries and additional capabilities to it. I'm certainly not going to telegraph any punches one way or the other. I'll say this, though. As I said in my opening statement, the attacks are unacceptable. We have national security interests at play in the region. There are international security interests at play in the region, including to the threat to shipping. We take those responsibilities seriously. We're going to continue to do what we can to protect them.
Admiral Kirby was further asked about whether the Biden administration, after the revocation of Ansar Allah from the State Department's foreign terrorist organizations list, merely a month after Biden assumed office, would reconsider designating the Iranian proxy as a terror organization.
Yeah, we're actually conducting a review right now on whether that's the right course forward. We've talked about that. No decisions made right now.
And when do you expect a decision on that?
I don't have a timeline for you, but we are reviewing that designation as we speak.
Admiral Kirby continued by acknowledging the fact that while the so-called Houthis pull the trigger, the actor behind those attacks on international shipping is no other than the Islamic Republic of Iran.
All I can tell you is what I've said before. I mean, they are certainly providing the means, the tools, the capabilities, the weapons through which the Houthis are conducting these attacks. The Houthis may be pulling the trigger, but as I've said, Iran's giving them the guns.
Admiral Kirby further highlighted China, which has not been spared from the impact by the Houthi attacks on international shipping, as a potential mediator to de-escalate the situation in the Red Sea.
I think where China could be helpful, quite frankly, is more with the influence that we know they have in Tehran, the conversations that they can have with the supreme leader. And we have in the past, and we continue to encourage the Chinese to use that influence, use those conversations, to lean on the supreme leader and Iran to stop their support for the Houthis.
It is worth noting that Beijing had hosted delegations from both the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on December 15th, during the course of which the Yemeni file, including the threat posed to international shipping, has been deliberated.
当前中东地区局势复杂严峻，越是在这样的时候，通过对话协商和政治途径化解矛盾分歧的必要性就越突出。中东的命运应当掌握在中东人民自己手中。中国将一如既往支持中东人民独立自主探索发展道路，支持中东国家团结协作解决地区安全问题， 为实现中东和平安宁、贡献中国智慧发挥积极作用。会议回顾了北京协议达成以来沙伊关系取得的积极进展，强调将全面落实北京协议。中方表示愿继续发挥建设性作用，支持沙伊双方改善关系。王毅主任在集体会见沙伊代表团时，就继续推进沙伊关系改善，提出坚持和解战略选择不动摇，进一步推进关系改善进程，排除外部干扰3点建议。三方还就各领域三方合作进行了探讨，阐明了三方在巴勒斯坦等地区热点问题上的共同立场。
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. I'd like to encourage you, pray for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. Moreover, it is important to highlight that TV7 Israel is a donation-based non-profit ministry with all of our productions available free of charge. Therefore, if you're blessed by our daily updates and would like to help us bear the costs, please consider making a donation. You can do so by visiting our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. I'm Jonathan Hessen, wishing you an Erev Mevorach, and God willing, we will see you during our upcoming TV7 Israel updates. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.